Did you know that whether you survive to be 90 years old depends on the first hour after waking up? It's accurate. Before they even complete their breakfast, the majority of people are destroying their longevity every morning without even realizing it. I'll explain the 7 morning routines that folks who regularly live into their 90s and beyond have in this video. The best thing is that habit number 4 could prolong your life by years, even though it only requires 30 seconds of your time. The data is indisputable, but most doctors won't tell you these secrets. Allow me to introduce you to Walter. Walter, who was 65 at the time, saw his friends begin to experience severe health problems. Cardiac issues, decrease in cognition, problems with movement. However, at 93, Walter continues to live on his own, drive his own car, and even volunteer 3 times a week at the neighborhood community garden. What is his secret? Genetics isn't the cause. The majority of his relatives seldom live to be 75. The turning point was when, at age 65, Walter attended a health lecture and learned and adopted 7 precise morning routines. His health trajectory was totally changed by these ostensibly little adjustments. Walter was doing well while his contemporaries were failing. Without hesitation, he cited his morning routine when I asked him what had changed. He told me that what I do during the first hour of waking up had saved my life. And I'm going to tell you Walter's secrets today. Are you prepared to learn the morning routines that have the potential to drastically improve your health after 60? Let's get started. First habit, drinking water right away. Are you aware of what's going on inside your body at the moment? Your blood is physically thickening if you haven't had any water yet today, which puts harmful pressure on your heart and brain. Centenarians don't check their phones or turn on the television as soon as they wake up. The timing is crucial because it's drinking water. Overnight dehydration speeds up aging by 31%, according to research from Harvard Medical School's top nephrologist and longevity experts. Your body gradually loses water while you sleep, causing a condition we call morning blood sludging that makes your heart work much harder and damages small blood vessels in the brain and kidneys, says Dr. Jessica Rothman, Director of Renal Health at Harvard. Aging is significantly accelerated by this damage, which builds up over time. Consider the tale of Sylvia. She was experiencing persistent weariness, cognitive problems, and chronic kidney problems at the age of 72. Dialysis was being considered by her physician. However, in just 60 days, her kidney function improved by 28% when she started drinking 16 ounces of water as soon as she woke up, before even getting out of bed. My doctor was shocked to see how my blood work had changed. Sylvia informed me, when he inquired about my medications, I told him that I only took water in the morning. This is what you must do. Before going to bed tomorrow morning, set a full glass of water on your nightstand. Drink the full glass as soon as you open your eyes, before your feet hit the floor. Not tea, not coffee, water. Since cold water might shock your system, room temperature is ideal. Like brushing your teeth, make this a non-negotiable. After many hours of sleep, your organs are aching for water. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Will you be able to stick with this easy habit of drinking enough water? Your cardiovascular health and kidney function could be greatly improved by you. The longest living people in the world don't think this is an option. It is necessary. Have you already done this? If not, when are you going to begin? You may start your makeover tomorrow morning. Second habit, exposure to the early light in the natural world. Are you unknowingly disrupting your circadian rhythm each morning? One of the most potent longevity triggers found by experts is missing if you don't obtain natural light within 30 minutes of waking up. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, exposure to sunlight in the morning within 30 minutes of waking up enhances the generation of melatonin by 73%. Morning sunlight exposure sets a cascade of hormonal processes that determine everything from your sleep quality to your metabolism and even your cognitive function for the next 24 hours, says Dr. Andrew Peterson, senior researcher on circadian health and aging. After the age of 70, missing this morning light trigger is linked to a 37% increased risk of neurological disorders. Think about Benjamin's experience. He was 75 years old and struggling with decades-long severe sleeplessness. He experimented with everything from pricey vitamins to prescription sleep aids. Long-term, nothing worked. Then his physician suggested a straightforward adjustment. Regardless of the weather, spend 10 minutes outside as soon as you wake up. Benjamin was sleeping for greater periods of time and falling asleep more quickly after 2 weeks. However, what caught me off guard, the unanticipated advantages were the greatest. My afternoon energy slump vanished entirely, and my blood pressure fell 15 points. All from choosing to sit outside rather than stay inside and enjoy my morning coffee on my porch. Don't put off forming this transformative habit any longer. Make it your goal to receive some natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up tomorrow. The vital wavelengths your brain need are provided by outdoor light, which is 50 to 100 times brighter than interior illumination, even on overcast days. Even just sitting beside an open window can help if movement is a problem. A medical-grade light therapy lamp can be used as a supplement during the winter or in inclement weather. Although natural light is always better, better sleep isn't the only goal here. It involves resetting your entire biological clock in order to slow down cellular aging. Would you be willing to present this gift to your body tomorrow morning? Why do you not want to go outside tomorrow? To maximize your health, your body is literally waiting for this signal. Third habit, light movement prior to breakfast. How your joints feel at 80 may depend on what you do before your morning coffee. Most people unintentionally cause inflammatory processes that hasten joint degradation by remaining inactive until after breakfast, which is a deadly mistake. The Mayo Clinic's rheumatologist discovered that seniors' joints can deteriorate by as much as 65% when they move gently in the morning. Our research indicates that morning movement before eating activates a process called autophagy, which is essentially cellular cleaning that's crucial for joint longevity, says Dr. Lisa Monroe, Chief of Geriatric Medicine at the Mayo Clinic. We found that seniors who move before breakfast have significantly different levels of inflammatory markers, as opposed to those who eat first. This changed Harriet's life. After years of crippling arthritis pain, she was scheduled for knee replacement surgery at the age of 6. Her physical therapist recommended as a last option that she move gently for 7 minutes as soon as she woke up and before eating anything. Harriet's pain subsided so much in just 3 months that her surgeon decided not to do the procedure. Harriet said, "I thought my active days were over. I can now play with my grandchildren once more." And those brief morning movements were the beginning of it all. This is your plan of action. After consuming your water tomorrow morning, but before consuming any food or coffee, do light joint lubricating exercises for 5 to 10 minutes. This is about movement that feels pleasant, not about hard workouts. Try moving your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists in tiny circles. Get to your feet and sway lightly from side to side. If you can, touch your toes. If not, just bend forward a little. The secret is to exercise gently and continuously to awaken your muscles and joints. Do you notice how rigid your body is in the morning? You're being told something significant. Don't disregard it. When you take advantage of this brief window of opportunity, longevity pathways that might otherwise remain dormant are activated. Will you give these few minutes tomorrow top priority in order to safeguard your joints for many years to come? Imagine being able to move easily at 85. Those who succeed aren't genetically fortunate. They're just regularly performing this morning routine. Will you participate in the 32 breathing exercise? Habit number 4. Almost all persons over 90 share this 30-second breathing technique, which is the most effective longevity strategy, but most people totally disregard it. What if I told you that your morning breathing patterns determine your stress response for the rest of the day, potentially extending or shortening your life? According to research from Blue Zones, areas where individuals typically live over 100 centenarians follow particular breathing techniques that can lower cellular stress by as much as. We've measured significant differences in inflammatory markers and stress hormones between those who practice intentional morning breathing and those who don't, says Dr. Michael Cohen, who conducts research on longevity practices in Sardinia, Italy. This quick exercise seems to trigger the vagus nerve, which tells your body that it's okay to focus on longevity rather than survival. Douglas noticed a morning practice among the elders in the mountain communities of Sardinia, where men may survive into their late. They would stand outside their houses and take a series of deep rhythmic breaths every morning before doing anything else. Researchers discovered patterns resembling those of considerably younger people when they assessed their cortisol levels and heart rate variability. According to a shepherd who is 96 years old, "I breathe in the morning to prepare my body for a good day. I'll feel it by noon if I neglect this. My energy wanes and my thoughts become foggy." This 30-second exercise has the potential to improve your health. Right after drinking your morning water, and ideally when you're getting daylight, use the 40-78 breathing method. Take 4 silent breaths through your nose. Keep your breath still for 7 seconds. Then for 8 seconds, make a whooshing sound as you exhale fully through your mouth. This cycle should be repeated 3 or 4 times. That's it. 30 seconds that tells your body to turn on pathways for longevity instead of stress reactions. Do you think this is too easy to work? The science is obvious. The benefits of this quick exercise on stress hormones, inflammation, and blood pressure are quantifiable. Tomorrow morning, will you spend these 30 seconds for your health? It may be the best return on investment you'll ever receive. As you view this, are you breathing normal? Most likely not. The majority of us barely use 30% of our lung capacity when we breathe. Tomorrow morning, begin altering that pattern. Habit 5. A breakfast high in fiber and protein. Does your breakfast subtly undermine your chances of surviving past the age of... In actuality, the majority of Americans don't understand it until it's too late that the breakfast they consume is actively speeding up their aging process. Certain breakfast habits have been found by nutritional gerontologists to lower inflammatory markers by as much as 53% in long-lived culture. The first meal of the day sets metabolic patterns that influence everything from insulin sensitivity to microinflammation levels, says Dr. Valerie Richardson, lead researcher at the Longevity Nutrition Institute. According to our findings, a breakfast that includes at least 25 GJs of protein and 8 GJs of fiber fosters a metabolic state that promotes cellular repair as opposed to cellular harm. Think about Gerald's experience. He was diagnosed with prediabetes and elevated inflammatory markers at the age of 6. His doctor said that even though he was not overweight, he will have full-blown diabetes in 2 years. Gerald decided to change his breakfast in collaboration with a dietitian rather than start taking medicine right away. He opted for a breakfast meal high in protein and fiber instead of his typical toast and coffee. His blood indicators were fully returned to normal after 6 months. The only thing I changed was breakfast, Gerald made extra clear. My doctor was shocked to learn that a single meal change may reverse the trends. This is the recipe for a long-lasting breakfast. Mix eggs with a high-quality protein source, fiber-rich foods combined with Greek yogurt, or if you prefer plant-based protein, berries, chia seeds, veggies, or oats. Include a healthy fat source such as olive oil, avocado, or almonds. Steer clear of processed carbs before 10,000 a.m. They cause insulin spikes, which hasten the aging process. Is it possible for you to alter this tomorrow morning? The best thing about this habit is that it doesn't take up extra time. You've already had your morning meal. Simply changing your diet will activate pathways related to longevity rather than inflammation. After 70, is it worth jeopardizing your health to continue eating breakfast the way you do? Try making the change tomorrow, and you'll notice a difference in a few days. Tomorrow, what will you have for breakfast? Although this choice might not seem like much, it will have a huge compounding effect over years. Habit number 6. Social interaction in the morning. The morning routine that can prolong your life more effectively than any supplement. Meaningful human interaction. Did you realize that loneliness has a more profound impact on your health than smoking 15 cigarettes? Smokes each day? Most people are unaware that the timing of this connection is nearly as important as the connection itself. Morning social interactions are more important for longevity than stopping smoking or exercising. According to a seminal 80-year Harvard study, we found that participants who engaged in some form of meaningful social contact before 10,000 a.m. had 29% lower all-cause mortality over the study period, says Dr. Robert Miller, who oversaw the most recent phase of this multi-generational study. Social interaction in the morning seems to establish neurotransmitter patterns that support immunological and cardiovascular health throughout the day. While studying centenarians in Okinawa, Japan, which is home to some of the longest living people on the planet, Nancy noticed an intriguing trend. Before beginning their days, neighbors would get together every morning for a little chat, sometimes lasting only 5 minutes. A 97-year-old woman clarified, saying, "My entire day seems off if I don't talk to someone in the morning. Every morning we see how each other is doing. We've survived for so long because of it." Researchers found that her inflammatory indicators were significantly different from those of socially isolated seniors, making her biologically decades younger. Here are 3 strategies to start this habit tomorrow that will last a lifetime. First, give a friend or relative a quick call in the morning. 3 minutes is important. Second, instead of hopping around like ships in the night, establish a meaningful morning check-in routine if you live with others. Third, if you live alone, think about starting a weekly or even weekly morning gathering with friends or neighbors. Unable to perform any of these? Some of the same biological benefits are activated even during a polite interaction with a store clerk or barista. Making human connection an essential component of your morning routine, like brushing your teeth, is crucial. Will you make this your top priority tomorrow? No matter what vitamins or fitness routine you take, your body just cannot function properly without it. Who are you going to call first thing tomorrow? In order to initiate longevity pathways, your body is awaiting this crucial signal. The 7th habit is the practice of intentional thankfulness. The one thought pattern that adults in their 90s consistently follow in the morning. Not the generic be grateful advice you've heard before, but intentional thankfulness. Your brain and body have longevity pathways that are activated when you practice appreciation in a particular way. Morning thankfulness exercises have been shown to physically reorganize the aging brain and lower cortisol levels by 23%. According to Yale University neuroscientists, we can actually see brain changes on fMRI scans when seniors practice directed gratitude consistently in the morning, says Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a specialist in neuroplasticity in aging adults. The prefrontal cortex, which controls emotions and makes decisions, exhibits elevated activity patterns like those of brains that are far younger. However, time is crucial. When done within an hour of awakening, this effect is noticeably stronger. Patricia's tale effectively illustrates this. She was 74 years old and suffering from hypertension that wasn't improving with medicine. Her heart's function worried her cardiologist. Having studied the study of appreciation, Patricia started a straightforward morning thankfulness routine that was especially centered on her physical well-being. In just 3 months, her heart rate variability, a crucial indicator of cardiovascular health, improved by 31%, and her blood pressure had stabilized. What medication had I changed? My doctor asked. Patricia revealed, when I said he thought it was just the way I thought in the morning. Until he noticed the steady readings over time, he was dubious. This 2-minute thankfulness exercise changed Patricia's health. After your breathing exercise, please cover your heart with your hand and list 3 particular body parts for which you are thankful, along with the reasons why. For instance, I'm thankful for my eyes, which allow me to view the faces of my grandchildren. My legs still get me where I need to go, and for that I am thankful. My heart has been pounding steadily for me for all these years, and for that I am thankful. Being precise and focusing your thanks on your body rather than just your surroundings are crucial. This thinking isn't magical. It causes a discernible change in the way the neurological system functions, which affects everything from immunological response to inflammatory level. Tomorrow morning, will you give this 2-minute practice a try? It truly potentially extend your life by years, costs nothing, and doesn't require any specialized equipment. Have you expressed gratitude to your body for everything it does for you today? Or are you concentrating on its flaws? Your physiology is literally altered by your perspective. The 7 morning routines that could improve your health after 60 and significantly raise your chances of being one of the few active people in their 90s and beyond are now known to you. You don't have to be flawless. Your health trajectory can improve significantly, even if you only adopt 3 of these practices. Recall that Walter began with just 2 behaviors and progressively added the others. The important thing is to begin tomorrow rather than waiting for the ideal moment, which never arrives. Your body is literally programmed for youth or aging by your daily routine. Which will you pick? These behaviors are necessities. Anyone who wishes to not just reach their 90s, but do so with vitality, clarity, and purpose must follow these techniques. Tomorrow, which of these 7 morning routines will you follow? The choice you make today will affect your future self. For additional life-changing health secrets that most people over 60 never learn, please press the like button and subscribe if you found this material useful. Out of these 7 morning routines, 1, do you currently follow? Tell me in the comments section below. Give someone you care about a copy of this video. It could be the present that prolongs their life.